Okay, so this is not my usual setup, but I felt called to do a reading right now, so just giving it a moment for those who this reading's not for, so they can scroll away. But you, who this reading is for, this collective, you're not forcing things anymore. And it's giving things space to grow. Six of Swords in reverse. I just did a reading that had Six of Swords in reverse. I posted it the other day. Started off quite literally with Six of Swords in reverse. You're letting go. Whether you see it or not, there's things that are growing and manifesting for you in the background. Ace of Swords. You've been stuck on a level of believing that these new beginnings, that's why I felt this pull of like, whether you see it or not, there's a level of you that's not fully believing that it's setting in. And you're almost second guessing yourself. But no, there's something happening for you. You feel it. There's something that you've been feeling anxious, or there's just been like random little moments of chaos. Overthinking certain things. You can feel the shift happening. Ace of Swords, an upright just popped out. This is also the second time that Sun was on the bottom of the deck. So there's a level of you, yeah, you're back and forth. That's what this overthinking is. You're back and forth. You're like starting to see some signs, starting to feel it, and then maybe you feel like super exhausted, or you have one of those chaotic moments, or something just kind of happens where it doesn't feel like the life that you're living is working. But that's because you're shifting. You're not forcing it anymore. You're just kind of allowing things to go as they are. And in this space, I'm getting almost like a head pain. So maybe some of you have been getting some headaches lately. Just getting an energy that you've been feeling very intense or just different. Emotional, very sleepy. There's different levels of energy that I'm picking up on, but there's a shift that you're going through right now. Let's fully tap in. What is this that's being manifested for them? Two of Pentacles and Ten of Wands in reverse. So there's a level of you that is finding some balance and letting go of what doesn't serve you while holding on to what does serve you. That's why you're not forcing things right now. You're just really trying to find a balance, and just whatever goes, goes, and whatever stays, that's what's meant to stay. It's a good level to be in at a certain point. It's working towards detachment. Little kitty has come to say hello. Hi. Hi. Can you say hello? I'm trying to teach her how to say hello. Not yet. Okay. She's only a couple months old, so we got some time. Okay. What's being ignored or resisted by collective? The Moon in reverse. Did I not say overthinking? Did I not say overthinking? I said overthinking. There's this introspection that's happening, but it's not happening on a level that's truly feeding value towards you. It's like negative self-talk is just something that I'm hearing. That's a little bit of what's holding you back. From a level of true discernment, too, with this Ten of Wands. Because like I said, there's this back and forth energy of, okay, I see the signs, but some of these signs don't make sense. But I'm also hearing from Spirit some of these signs are not supposed to make sense. They're seeds that are being planted right now, and they'll make sense as time goes on. This overthinking on a level, it's creating some confusion. Some of it's feeding into your fears. Confusion or illusion. I don't know if I said illusion. Confusion or illusion, one of the two. But it's almost... That's why you're in this back and forth energy. Like, you want to... You're tired of this burnout. This overexhaustion. You want a balance in your... That's what you're manifesting. That's what's being manifested. But this overthinking, it's just being ignored. What will help you to align? I want to take this one too, yeah. Ooh, that one went flying. So I'm wondering if some of you have to travel, or this next step is going to require you to take some steps. Some steps that maybe feel like, I don't know, I keep hearing like distance, but closing the distance. So maybe it's just closing the distance from you and this goal that you have. Whatever this is that this reading feels pulled towards. Some of you it's feeling like career, and some of you it's love. So this is a collective reading, general reading. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit. But we got Hermit in reverse, and then we got Three of Pentacles. What I'm really getting kind of with these two, figuring out really this deep level of what's going to be good for you to actually have in your life. And stop hiding yourself away from this. These things that you feel pulled towards. Literally, this exact shift that you're being pushed towards. Stop second guessing these signs that you're seeing. Even if some of these signs don't fully make sense, recognize the fact that you're getting some signs. And don't think too deeply on the signs. That's exactly what it is. I'm picking up some anxiety. Like, I'm getting kind of shaky here. Yeah, because the Three of Pentacles, it really honestly represents kind of coming together. Like, if you look here, he's putting all of those things, just putting them all together, right? I don't read the Pentacles as career, which some people read it as career financials. I read it as the full 3D world. So this could also literally, this could be relationships, this could be career, this could even just be extending yourself out into a certain area of life that you feel extremely called to. I don't know, I'm hearing for some of you it's like a specific industry, a specific type of relationship. Maybe you're used to non-committing relationships and you feel called to commit to somebody, or you feel called to a certain industry that you see the job applications and you feel called to apply to them, but you don't feel ready for the job. That's exactly what it is. Like, no matter what it is, relationship, I'm getting chills right now as I say that. I don't think this filter is going to pick up the chills, but it's its job. That's, I mean, I'm not saying a relationship is a job, but on a level, you know, with work, we show up consistently, whether we want to or not, because if we don't, then we can get written up or we can get fired. Same thing with a good relationship, a healthy relationship. We show up consistently, we collaborate, we don't hold ourselves in isolation when it feels uncomfortable, or not following that intuitive feeling or that or level of like advice that we're getting. I'm even hearing advice that some of you have been but being pushed by somebody else of, go do this, and you're kind of ignoring even their voices for you, and it's not truly helping. We literally have focus that just kind of popped out in a whole pile, but we're not going to take it. But literally focus on your thoughts. Focus on your thoughts. The layers are layering. Oh, this is a Shrek moment. There's an onion here. You're thinking just continue. Thinking train. You can choose the train you get on, though. And if you don't like the train that you jump on, you can say, hey, hello, conductor, I'm so sorry. I'm on the wrong train. I need to get off this train. I gotta go. We got self-acceptance on the bottom. Literally self-acceptance. That is something that I have been feeling for you. It's almost like that energy of you not forcing anymore. You're moving into a level of self-acceptance, but you're still afraid to collaborate with others, and that's what's really going to help you align. What is going to help you when it comes to some healing? Okay, we'll take that one that just fell. Signs. You've been getting signs. Stop overthinking the signs, even if they don't make sense. Maybe they're not meant to make sense right now because you're supposed to take some steps forward and get out of this isolation for these signs to actually make sense. Believe in the power of your answered prayers. You keep asking for this. So what is growing in the background for you right now? Honestly, I don't even... It's these answered prayers. It's this thing that you keep being pulled towards, but you're blocking your blessings right now. That's exactly what this message is. That's why I felt called to give you a message when I'm not even in my usual setup. You're blocking your blessings right now by overthinking and saying that you're not good enough for it and holding yourself back. At least extend yourself. The worst that you can get is no, and if you keep yourself in this energy, you're already telling yourself no anyways. Might as well give yourself that chance for a yes. Archangel Michael. Tap into Archangel Michael and ask him to help lead you through this process. He can help align things. He can help get rid of this anxiety, this level of exhaustion that you've been feeling, these fears. That's really what Archangel Michael is being called right now, is fears. Because I feel that's why it's this anxiety. That's why I've been kind of like a little shaky, and my shoulders have been feeling a little tense during this reading. Self-acceptance just popped out again. And then we bent this one a little bit, but it's okay. Ideas and inspirations. Ideas and inspirations and self-acceptance. These ideas that you keep being pulled towards, that you know that you're almost like, I'm not forcing this anymore. Will you allow it to actually happen? Allow yourself to actually collaborate and create it. Because you're not in the space of truly allowing creation. You want to let go of this overexertion. That's really the energy. And overexertion and balance. What is this that's being manifested in the background? 9 of Pentacles. A full fruition. On like a full balance. That fruition of these signs, this thing that you're feeling, building for you. Whatever it is, but you have to allow yourself some space of opening up to it. Yeah, you're not forcing it. And now things have space to grow. But what is it that you truly want for yourself? What is it that you truly want? Do you want to do something new? Do you want to stay in a stagnant energy? Or do you want to repeat patterns? That's really your decision. Those are your choices right now. I'll be honest with you. You have to listen to these signs and be willing to these open prayers and actually open yourself up. If you want this luxurious life, essentially, if you want to feel that level. I don't know, I'm picturing sitting back in a chair, and either it's that nice feeling where you're with somebody, because some of you this is a relationship, and some of you it's sitting back on vacation with your career, or maybe it's both. Honestly, maybe that's what it is. It's a level of both. You are opening up to just new in both. That's why you're being called toward these ideas and inspiration, because this collaborative effort, that's really going to help you align and stop trying to be hyper independent. That's what it is. That's going to be helpful on all aspects of life. If you see she's sitting here with the grapes, it's kind of some energy that I'm getting, like just sitting back, eating grapes. I'm seeing beach. Some of you really like the beach. Some of you I'm seeing inside, so there are some homebodies in this collective. But either way, what are some values that are going to be good for this collective? What are some values that will be good for this collective? That one wants to come out. Challenge and harmony. Take on this challenge of collaboration, and it will allow you to find this harmony. It's almost that sense of it takes a village to raise a child. But at the same time, maybe that's exactly part of what some of you want, but it's that sense of teamwork makes the dream work. That's exactly what it is. Teamwork! I didn't even realize that was on the bottom. Teamwork, achievement, and success. Open up to teamwork. Stop being in this hyper independence. That was a lot at once, but we have trust that I saw. Trust and dependability. Look at these. You can trust in others. You can depend on others. They can depend on you. They can trust you. Stop blocking yourself from these blessings. Stop trying to do everything on your own. You can trust other people. I feel called to use this deck as well, but we'll take these two. Oak tree, power, courage, and strength. And then fruit, achievement, and success. Fruit keeps coming out lately. I feel like that's come out in like a couple readings. It's come out in some personal readings too. And then we also have B, community, cooperation, and sweetness. Rain, cleansing, purification, and hydration. But I love community, cooperation, and sweetness. That's going to help cleanse, purify. Stop taking everything on your own. Allow space. I'm seeing that scene from Midsummer where I can't remember what happened, but the main character, she's crying, and the other women who were there with her start crying with her. Allow that space, that type of energy in your life, whether you're the one sobbing or you're the one crying with the one who's sobbing. Hedge, potential boundaries, indecision. Literally, step out of this indecision and allow yourself to find this harmony. Accept the challenge that can come with stepping away from hyper-independency. You can't truly receive in life if you're hyper-independent. And I'm speaking that from someone who is quite literally also healing from hyper-independency. You can't. You're working in a place of control, and you can't control and work in abundance. Because if you're working in a level of abundance, you have to be willing to trust the process, relinquish control, because you are stepping into an energy that you have never experienced before. If you've never experienced it, you genuinely cannot predict it. Therefore, you can't control it. Allow yourself the challenge of relinquishing control. That's the energy that you've been in. Stay in it, but fully let go. There's still a part of you, it's like this 1 foot in the water type of thing. You have to fully jump in. It's time to jump. It's time to jump. Things are shifting. It's already growing for you. It's literally waiting for you to open the door.